have a tailgate here that won't stay closed. We're going to open it up and see what's wrong. It's going to be a T30 Torx to remove these 3 bolts right here. And here's that mechanism there, and then it's going to have 2 rods that are going to our side mechanisms here, one on this side and then one on this side. This cover piece here just has some tabs in here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just get something in behind there and kind of work that out. As you see, you're just going to put a flat screw your way around and disengage those 4 tabs for that cover bezel to remove it. Once you got that cover bezel removed, you want to get down in there and you want to disengage that linkage on either side. I've disengaged that rod from where it connects to the mechanism. The 2 fasteners that hold that on, one is going to be this one here. It's going to be a T47 Torx, and over here is going to be a 13 mil socket to remove those 2 fasteners. Also, there's this cable that gets connected to that one as well, and that'll get disconnected when you remove the fastener. Once those are removed, then you can grab this and pull it out because we've disengaged it from the center mechanism. This one here, when we take a look at the handle, and when you pull this handle up, it doesn't retract. What happens in this case is you're opening the tailgate and then it's just not releasing it back like it's supposed to. So that's the issue with this one here. It's working properly for this one, that one it's not working properly. Right, here's the mechanism for this side. Then we take a look at this, and for some reason this has been pushed in. You see how that's pushed in? That should be at a 90 degree. If we take a look at that one, you see how that one's at a 90 degree. This mechanism here, it's not retracting because this is bent and this is not going back to retract itself like it's supposed to. This piece is damaged on this side. This one here, there doesn't seem to be any problems with it. If you click that into place and then retract this, it's popping open like it's supposed to. Again, with this one here, we do the same thing. And we collapse that in there. And then when we open it up here, it's retracting as well. Maybe not as well as the other one. It's a little more stiffer operating here. Maybe what we need to do is lubricate the springs there. We got it all cleaned up. We've taken it apart. Really all it is 2 springs here. This spring is going to go on here and connect onto that pin. And this spring is going to go on here and as well connect onto that pin there. The actuator works, but it's pretty lazy. So what I want to do is try and get another wrap out of the spring coil there. The tail on the spring goes into this flat recess inside the pin here, and we were able to get one more wrap out of that. So if you can see, this is the top of that tab where it was at the bottom before. So we were able to get it one more wrap, and then it hooks onto this pin right here. And then this is going to make that tension stronger for that spring. So then now when we click this, it reacts a lot better. I'm going to use needle nose pliers, and I got a pick here as I'm doing that to manipulate that one more wrap on the coil there. We're able to get one more wrap on this one here to make that one tighter, but this one here is a larger spring and it's a little more difficult to try and achieve that. What you can do is you can take that tang and you can twist it more this way, so then that creates more tension. There's another thing to note here. Both of these are the same actuator, but they have a different spring configuration. So this one has these 2 separate springs, and this is a heavy one. And this one down here has a single spring that goes to both of them. Now after lubricating this one and operating it and operating this one is a better design. It's a lot stronger, more crisp action in this one. After tightening up those springs, we'll engage it, and you can see that it's working just fine. We've got all the components cleaned up and ready to install again. We've rebuilt our latches on both sides with those springs to increase the tension so they'll work better. I'm just going to install the side latches first. I'll put in 1 bolt just to hold it there, and then after that we'll close the tailgate so that we can install this in the opening on the other side, and then we're going to connect our 2 rods into there. We've loosely installed the latch on the driver's side here, and again on the passenger side. Now we'll close the lift gate so we can install the latch. With the lift gate closed, you're going to reach in there, grab those arms. If they fall down, don't worry about it, because there's a little shelf in there that they fall onto, so you can reach your hand in there and grab them. Once you get those rods, you want to connect them on either side there with those red tabs in place. Another tip for installing the handle here is open up the handle, and when it's open you'll be able to articulate it into this hole a little easier, so that might help get the handle in. But once the handle's in and the rods are connected, now we want to kind of hold this in place and start our bolts on the other side. Once you've snugged up them bolts on the other side, before I go putting that bezel piece in, I'm just going to try the tailgate and make sure everything operates and works properly. So just open the tailgate. And now that we've got it open and we're satisfied everything's working properly, we just tighten up these side bolts here that we left loose. Personally, I switched over these torque fasteners to a bolt for the handle and the tailgate here. Those are going to match the same bolt that goes on there, so it's all consistent. Now the only last thing to do is to take that bezel. We're going to fit that in there and just press it into place. And that's it. Once that's pressed into place, everything's finished.